In today's video, we'll be going over 6 of the exercises in week 1 of the mid-recovery program. I designed this program to supplement those exercises you might be familiar with physical therapy, but in this mid-recovery program, these are the exercises that I'd hope you can do after you've been discharged from physical therapy. It's always easier to do these exercises with someone, so I'm glad you're here and we can do these together. Today's exercises, all you'll need is a wall, a chair. I've got a few solo cups for cones that we'll use, and then also a step up. I have a few weight plates, and so these will be all the items we need for today's exercises. If you need to gather some of these pieces of equipment, go ahead and pause the video. If you're ready to get started, let's get working out with the first exercise, which is a wall squat. I've got a timer here that we'll use to do a wall squat, and what we'll do is just position your body against the wall and squat down to about 45 degrees. We're going to hold this position for about 10 seconds, and I'll start the timer right now. So this is a good warm-up for the quad muscles, but I also want you to think about engaging the abdominals. We can tighten our abdominals, our core here, and just hold this position, maintaining your breath. If you need to sit up out of the squat, take a second and sit up out of the squat, and then come back down when you're ready. Our goal here is to do maybe 2 to 4 wall squats of about 15 seconds apiece. Ease out of that to give yourself a little break. Squat back down, hold that position here, and a few more seconds of this hold. We'll move on to the next exercise. Great job. So ease out of the wall squat, and we'll progress by setting up the next exercise, which is a cone tap. So I'm using these 3 cups as a target. And what we'll do is work on our balance with this setup. And so let's set this up so you can see where I'm at. I've got these cones positioned in a way where I will tap forward, back, and to the side. Now you can use a chair for stability, and I would encourage that, but all this exercise requires you to do is stand tall and go from one to the other to the side while maintaining your balance. If you're ready to get started, let's do this for 40 seconds. So we are working on our balance while tapping a cone. This is introducing a dynamic movement for balance training, which is a great way to improve overall stability. Now, we're going to do this on the right leg to start. You may start on your left, but when you watch this video again, when you do it on the replay, you can just do it on the other side if you want a little bit of a break on one leg, and if you need to, you can go through it a third or fourth time and alternate on each side. All right, great job with the cone tap. We call it the 3-way cone tap. Now we're going to progress onto a single leg stance. This is more of a static balance exercise, and as it sounds, we're just going to be standing on one leg, a single leg stance. If you can do that with me for 40 seconds, that'll be this exercise. So let's get started. Now, obviously I have a chair here. I can use that fingertip support if needed, but the goal here would be to be able to stand with a nice upright posture, good support in your abdominals, nice strong leg, and to maintain your stability in this static position. You might have a little wobbliness in the ankle. That's fine. That's your body trying to maintain your balance. And just hold that position for as long as you can. If you need to take a break by setting a foot down, no problem there. Just come back up. Hold the position, aim for 10 to 15 second intervals at a time. And that's all. Now we can go to the other side, or if you replay this video, do the other side and flip-flop with each exercise. We've gone through wall squats, cone taps, single leg stances. Now on to a front step up. Hey, if you enjoy having someone to do these exercises with, I would love it if you gave this video a like below. Also, if you're finding this format to be helpful, I think you're going to find this book to be even more helpful, Total Knee Replacement Made Simple. I wrote this book for people like you who want a little extra guidance on how to progress through your total knee replacement exercises and rehab. Plus, we go over a lot of information on how to prep for your knee replacement, prehab exercises, post-op, and a 12-week roadmap of what exercises you can do to continue your progression of strength and balance after you're done with physical therapy. I know you're going to find this to be really helpful, so take a look at where you can find it at totalkneebook.com. Now let's get back to some of these exercises. What we're going to do with each step is bring yourself up like a front step up and come back down. So let's work through at least 10 to 12 of these step ups. Ready? Let's go. 2, 3, 4. Now, ideally, you'll be working that surgical leg, the post-surgery leg here as we step up, putting all of the weight through that side. If you want to alternate, that's fine to do as well. We're going to go for a few more rounds, and when you rewatch this video, you can do the other side or pause it and do the opposite leg as we go. One more. All right, great job. So we're gonna continue on here with a heel raise exercise. If you need to have a chair for support, go ahead and grab that. The basic idea with this exercise is to raise up onto your heels and to come back down. I'll do it from the side here. And our goal here is to perform 10 to 15 repetitions within this 40-second period. So let's get started. Make sure to do this exercise nice and slow. Slow control on the movement is always better than just trying to go through these heel raises as fast as you can. It's not as effective. We want it to be a nice, slow control because that's going to give you the best muscle contraction and the best control for this movement. So let's continue on a few more rounds or a few more repetitions of this. All the way up onto your toes and come back down. One more. And great job. Okay, the last exercise is a stretch of the calf and the hamstring. So what we're going to start with is a hamstring stretch. I'll use this chair for demonstration today on the hamstring stretch. And so to position yourself on this chair towards the front of the chair with one leg straight out in front of you. It doesn't matter which leg, we're going to do a stretch on both sides. So let's stretch the one side forward and keep your body upright as you lean into this stretch. Now I start to feel a stretch in the back of the hamstrings about right here. So I'm going to hold that position. Aim to hold that for 15 to 20 seconds. If you need to ease out of it, not a problem. We're going to go through a couple of these stretches together. I'm going to ease out and get another round of a stretch. Bend forward at my trunk, and I should feel that hamstring stretch. It's a little tight, and we're going to hold that position for the rest of the time and ease out of that. We don't want any cramping in the back of the leg, so take your time and put the other leg forward. We're going to get a stretch to this side as well. Keep holding, and once you need a little break, ease out of that and go back forward for a nice stretch. A few more seconds on this stretch. And take your time to ease out of the hamstring stretch. There's a lot of different ways we can stretch the hamstring, but sitting in a chair, leaning forward slightly is one of my favorite ways to do that. When we stretch the hamstrings, I like to stretch the calf as well to target everything on the back of the leg. And the calf, of course, is back here. So what we're going to do is find a wall or a step and to lean forward as I prop my foot up against the step. If you're ready, let's get started with the calf stretch. Another great way to stretch the calf is to do a sort of lunge. If you lunge forward like this, you'll feel a stretch in the back of the calf. But if you're at a wall, you have a step available to you, this is a really great way to target the calf muscle. Just keep that leg as straight as you can. We don't want it to bend. You may feel a different muscle stretch that way if you bend it. So maintain a nice, good posture as you stretch forward with that calf. All right, nice job with this workout. Re-watch the video 1 to 2 more times for today and progress the same exercises throughout the week before moving on to the following week of the mid-recovery program. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the replay.